Okay, Rakesh.
I am on a right for gender freedom. Gender freedom means no discrimination on the basis of gender, whether it's male, female, or transgenders. In India, we have discrimination on the basis of gender, and especially women is the most volatile gender in our country. From pesticides to heinous acid attacks, and in between we have deep teaching, molestations, rapes, gang rapes, mass rapes, murder, dowry harassments, domestic violence. So the question is where we are heading after having so much education. We are claiming that we have achieved. We are experimenting so many scientific innovations, but if we see on the part of gender, then everything becomes zero. So my idea is to go to travel countrywide and find out from where this mentality comes, because there is no school where course like masters in molestation studies, or how to become an effective acid attacker, or how to become an big rapist, but things are happening. So I think something is there in the family from where we pick, like my hunch is the parenting is the one of the most important thing we should question. At least we should reflect how we nurture or how we nourish our children, because the children pick from the house only, like a male child imitates father and the female imitates the mother, and from there the traditional stereotyped roles are being picked up, and I think from there the problem starts, because how a father treats a woman in the house like mother, that child is going to pick up from there. And if we see, then generally in Indian houses, yeah, exceptions are there, but generally even after doing all course in the household course, women are still on the verge of nothing. So with this question or with this idea in my mind, I started my ride from Chennai on March 15, and in the next 3 years I will be traveling all over India and interacting various groups of people, various strata of people, and try to find out is there any solution outside of the law, because every time we demand law and they give us law, but law did not work out till now. So then what we'll do? This is the question, and with this question I reached to your town also, to your city also, and in the next few days I'll be trying to meeting different sections of society. Like my focus is youth, so and the friends like you are here, so I think we will be able to interact with maximum numbers of people and try to find out some answer of my question.
Okay, Rakesh, was there any incident that made you think in this?
Yeah, last year I spent some time means around 6-7 months with some of the acid attack victims, and this some was around 10 to 12 in number in Delhi. And then in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Chennai also I met some victims. And some are attacked by husbands, some by lovers, some by relatives. So they were very close. The attackers are very close. So again, my question is, nobody comes from another planet or another world to harass the women or harass us. So why not reflect within ourselves? And that, I think that was the motivation, the main motivation. And since childhood, I am watching, like all of us watching in our house. If we honestly accept the norms and behaviors and practice in our house. No, I mean we need not to go outside world to understand the gender relation or gendering.
You were talking about parenting. Okay. Now parenting is like half of the education. The other half is done by the society.
Yes.
So what can we do in our present education system? Like, have you ever thought about such things?
See, I don't have a solution, but I think the society and families is interrelated. The same person represents society, and same society supports the family system. Or see, if someone commit crime, then what happens? Those who have given birth first come to what you say as a savior. Like, instead of handing over to the criminal to the police or enter into the litigations, they just go to bail the criminal out, and then the same society gives shelter. See how dubious this social and the family character and behavior is. Why not we should challenge these behaviors? And as far as the education system is concerned, education system does not impart knowledge, or does not impart knowledge how to behave. Just see, when the two like a male and female child is being raised in the same family, a 2-year-old boy, it says, "Mom, I want to urinate." Then what mom says? Just pulls down 1 or 1.5 inch the andi, and then he releases. And the same, the girl of the same age, what happens? Mothers put her to sit somewhere, right? Why not the mother do the same with the male child? That can change the behavior. Today you see male everywhere, you'll find jipping and jipping. From where it comes? Their own. So this is one example. You'll find thousands of examples in the same family. So if I'm not saying law is not required, I'm not saying social change is not required. That is required, that is important, very important. But first we have to become civil. We are not civilian, we are not civilized. Law comes where anything civil wrong or this kind of things happens, but we are not civilized. We are claiming we have achieved, we have reached to Mars or Moon. No use. The people who are going to Mars, they might be doing the same thing.
Okay, now let's talk about your initiative, Right for Gender Freedom. Okay. As such, you are talking for the freedom for all the genders. Okay. So, in the present context, we have the transgender issue that is coming up really on the front lines. So, what is it you say about that?
See, I see the people of third gender first as a human. The problem is we still do not count them human. If you say you are for transgender, then say, "Chakka ho kya? Are you hijra? Are you?" So this is our mindset. We have slangs on the name of third gender. Chakka nahi ka, napunsak hai, aurat hai. This kind of things are going on. So first we have to consider them that they are at equal plane, on the same plane where we are. But the sad situation is this is not there. So anywhere you go, you for any crime you put you just send them to jail. Where? In which jail? There is for male ward, female ward. Where they will go? For railway reservation, for other anything. They don't have the basic ration cards, basic election IDs. These are the bare minimum documents which the government have made necessary for anyone. Why not they can avail these things? And who says the gender stops in, in gender is the hurdle in development. There are people of third gender or transgender doing pretty well. If they have been given a chance, they can do anything.
So where should we start?
From us, from our surrounding, I think the best place to begin with. But again, I'm saying I don't have answer of any all questions. In fact, I don't have answer. I have a lot of problems, and I am traveling with these problems.
Questions, right?
Yeah, questions to just have an answer, and I'm very sure we can get answer if we are honest to reflect within ourselves. We can do anything. We can reach at any conclusion, which will be suitable for the development, for the humanity, and ultimately this ride is for a peaceful coexistence of all the genders.
Thank you, Rakesh.